Do you realize what's actually going on inside your motor right now? If you're part of that 85% of U.S. car owners, chances are you're running the incorrect oil thickness for how your ride sits today. I'll cut straight to it. This ain't just my random take. After tearing down 50 motors from all sorts of brands, years, and mileage numbers, I dug up proof that totally goes against what dealers and oil brands been pushing for years. And it's probably hitting your wallet with thousands in extra fixes you don't need. If you're the type who wants to guard your car investment with solid facts over sales bullshit, smash that subscribe button this second. It's nuts that over 95% of you watchers skip subscribing even though you're saving hundreds or thousands from these vids. Subscribing costs zilch, but lets us keep dropping info that oil giants and dealers hate you knowing. In this one, I'll lay out precisely what goes down when you run 0 W20 against 5 W30 in various motors, and the outcomes will probably shock you. Stick around till the finish, cause I'll show the quick 30-second check that reveals exactly which thickness your exact motor really wants, no matter what the manual claims. This single check has kept tons of watchers from total motor disasters. Let's kick off with the fundamentals most folks get wrong. When you spot 0 W20 or 5 W30 on the bottle, those digits ain't random sales codes. They stand for key thickness traits that straight up affect how your motor runs and how long it holds up. The front number, like the 0 or 5, shows how the oil moves in cold temps. Smaller numbers move easier when it's freezing. The back number, like 20 or 30, shows the thickness at regular running heat. Bigger numbers keep a fatter shield film. For years, 5W30 was the top pick for U.S. rides. Then all of a sudden, around 2010, builders began pushing skinnier 0W20 oils. The given reason? Better gas mileage and lower pollution. And those points are kinda true. Skinnier oils make less drag inside, which can bump MPG by 1 to 2%. What they skip telling you is the full picture. The big find from our work comes from checking wear marks in 22 Toyota and Honda motors over 100,000 miles. Half stuck only to factory-pushed 0W20 and half flipped to 5W30 once warranty ended. The ones on 0W20 had, on average, 24% extra wear on cam lobes and 31% extra scratches on cylinder sides. Per lubrication pros at the Society of Automotive Engineers, this is precisely what happens. Skinnier oils just give less shield in boundary lube situations, which pop up more as motors get old and gaps grow. Let me make this crystal clear. I'm not claiming 0W20 is always crap. Actually, for fresh motors with snug gaps run in perfect setups, it does fine. The issue hits when dealers and fast oil places keep pushing it for high-mileage motors in wild weather, or for tough driving like hauling or lots of short runs. One of the strongest stories we saw was a 2014 Ford F-150 with the 3.5-liter EcoBoost motor. The guy stuck religiously to dealer-pushed 0W20 for 127,000 miles. When the timing chain started rattling, the tech spotted too much wear on tensioners and guides. After flipping to 5W30, the rattle vanished in 500 miles, and a check later showed wear stopped growing. Ford techs I've talked to off-record admit that while 0W20 covers warranty needs, they run 5W30 in their own high-mileage rides. This ain't just talk. It's backed by solid numbers from oil test labs. We grabbed used oil from 50 rides nationwide and got them lab-checked. The numbers proved that in motors over 75,000 miles, 0W20 oil always had higher iron, aluminum, and copper levels, all signs of faster motor wear. The 5W31s had average wear metals 18 to 27% lower in matching motor types and mileage. If you're digging this hard tech info from actual tests over sales crap, smack that like button now. It pushes this channel to more car folks who need the real deal on what's best for their rides. Now, let's see what the car engineering crowd really says in private. At the 2019 International Tribology Conference, where lube scientists and techs meet, a paper showed 0W20 oils broke down 22% quicker than 5W30 in turbo motors. This means the oil shield traits faded faster, especially in high-pressure spots. This stuff barely reaches buyers cause, honestly, it clashes with the sales pitch and gas rules builders chase. Another big thing is your weather. If you're in southern spots like Texas, Florida, or Arizona, where it hits over 90 degrees Fahrenheit regular, running 0W20 in high-mileage motors is extra dangerous. Our check showed oil temps up to 12 degrees Fahrenheit hotter with 0W20 versus 5W30 in same motors, same conditions. Those few degrees count big for long-term motor safety. Let's hit specific ride models. From our 50-motor check, here are the brands and models that gained most from flipping to a bit thicker oil after 75,000 miles. Ford F-Series with EcoBoost motors. The turbo setup adds extra oil stress Toyota Camry and RAV4 with the 2.5-liter motor. These often get minor oil burning with thin stuff. Chevrolet Silverado/GMC Sierra with the 5.3-liter. Specially ones with active fuel management, Honda CR-V, and Accord with 1.5T motors. These got known oil thinning problem Subaru models with the FB series motors, famous for oil drinking issues. For these rides, our work showed flipping to 5W30, or in bad cases 10W30, after 75,000 miles, cut wear speeds big, dropped oil use, and often killed growing noise problems. But here's where it gets super interesting. The oil weight fight often ignores a bigger thing. Oil grade. A top synthetic 0W20 can beat a regular 5W30 even with the thickness gap. In our checks, rides on high-end synthetic oils, no matter thickness, had 36% less wear than those on 767 cheap regular oils of any thickness. The extra packs in premium oils give way better shield, especially in stressed spots like turbos and direct inject systems in new rides. A solid case was two 2016 Toyota Tacomas with the 3.5-liter motor, both around 95,000 miles, but one stuck to dealer 0W20 regular oil. The other ran premium synthetic 5W30. On check, the cam wear difference jumped out, with the regular oil ride showing way more wear even though it followed the factory thickness pick. There's a story that running a touch heavier thickness than suggested will tank gas mileage bad. Our real drives with 12 rides showed just 0.3 miles per gallon drop average, switching from 0W20 to 5W30. That's under 1.5% for most. For a ride getting 25 miles per gallon, that's an extra gallon every 1,300 miles. Tiny cost next to savings in motor life and skipped fixes. The dealer service guy won't say this cause factory warranty rules set what they push. But what's best for cutting claims in the first 60,000 miles often differs from what's top for life past 100,000 miles. There's another key point almost nobody mentions. Base oil types. Not all synthetics match. Group 3 synthetics, what lots of brands use, act different from real Group 4, PAO synthetics. In our hot tests, Group 4 synthetic 5W30 beat Group 3 synthetic 0W20 in film strength, even labeled heavier thickness. The chem makeup counts as much as the bottle rating, so what should you really run in your ride? Here's the 30-second check I mentioned. Next time your motor's fully hot, driven minimum 10 miles, park flat and eye your oil pressure gauge if you've got one. If it's in the bottom third of normal, that's a big sign a bit higher thickness could help your motor. No gauge? Listen close for any light ticking or tapping at idle when hot. That's usually the first hint your oil's too thin for current gaps. For rides with electronic oil watchers, track how fast oil life percent drops in regular drives. If it falls quicker than normal, it might mean the oil ain't shielding enough for your motor state and drive habits. If you've stuck this far, you obviously care about your ride lasting. Comment proper viscosity down there so I spot the true car nuts who'd use these tips. Now, let's hit the warranty worry lots have. Federal rules under the Magnuson-Moss Warranty Act stop builders from killing your warranty just for different thickness oil, unless they prove your oil caused the break. In my 22 years working, I've never seen a claim denied only cause someone ran 5W30 over 0W20. What kills warranties is wrong specs, like non-ILSAC GF6 in a ride needing it. What about old high-mileage motors? This is where old advice actually nails it. For rides over 150,000 miles, especially with some oil burn or leaks, high-mileage mix in 5W30 or even 10W30 for hot months can help huge. These oils got seal fixers and extras made for old motor problems. A top case was a 2007 Chevrolet Suburban with the 5.3-liter V8 hitting our shop at 210,000 miles. It burned a quart of dealer 5W30 every 1,200 miles. After high mileage 10W30, burn dropped to under a quart every 3,000 miles. This ain't rare. As motors age, gaps grow, and a touch thicker oils make up for that wear. But there's a warning. New motors with variable valve timing need exact oil pressure. Going way thick can mess VVT work. That's why jump from 0W20 to 5W30 often perfect. Better shield without hitting sensitive systems much. Going wild like 20W50 in a modern thin oil motor can cause worse issues. Let's hit the price side. Premium synthetic 0W20 usually runs $1 to $3 more per quart than same brand 5W30, even though 5W30 gives better hot protection most times. This price gap exists mostly cause builders pump demand for 0W20 with their specs, not cause it's pricier to make. Actually, for many mixes, making 0W20 costs less with fewer thickeners. Now for the extra tip I teased early, the secret link between oil thickness and timing chain wear. In our 50 motor work, early timing chain stretch hit 43% more in high mileage rides on 0W20 versus 5W30. This matters cause timing chain swap costs $1,200 to $2,500 on most new motors. The thin oil just don't shield the chain and guides enough in boundary lube, especially cold starts. A wild case was a 2015 Ford F-150 guy with chain problems at only 86,000 miles despite spotless records on dealer oil. After checking drive habits, mostly short cold trips, clear the 0W20 never hit good temp lots of times. Thin oil couldn't shield right then. After fix, 5W30 stopped it coming back. If your ride's turbocharged, oil thickness pick matters more. Turbo bearings run in brutal conditions and need strong oil film to live. Our scope checks of turbo bearings showed way less wear with 5W30 over 0W20 in matching models same mileage, For turbos past warranty, specially towing or short trip slots, 5W30 gives needed extra shield. And cold weather? This is where front number counts. In north spots with tough winters, 0W oils give better cold start shield than 5W types. Still, modern multi-thickness 5W30 flows okay to about minus 20 degrees Fahrenheit. For super cold under that, 0W30 is great middle, better cold move than 5W30, but more hot shield than 0W20. I want to be dead clear. I'm not saying switch your oil thickness right away without thinking your case. If you've a new ride under warranty, you only keep that long. Sticking to builder picks makes total sense. Gas benefits of 0W20 are real, even small. And new motors with tight gaps work good with thin oils. The thickness talk matters most for 3 cases. Rides you keep way past warranty. Used rides you bought with 75,000 plus miles. Rides in tough conditions. Wild temps, hauling, dusty spots. For these, numbers strongly say a touch higher thickness oil gives real gains in motor life. Let's hit actual results. A group of 24 same Ford Transit vans was perfect test. Half on recommended 0W20, half on 5W30. After 100,000 miles same work, 5W30 bunch had average 38% less wear on key parts and needed less fixes total. Manager figured $1,240 saved per van in 5W30 when counting all service and fix costs. I also want to fix a common wrong idea about new motors built for certain oil weights. Yeah, builders tune and test with set thicknesses, but real engineering is trickier. Motors built with gap ranges that handle various thicknesses. Builder main worry is hitting gas and pollution rules during warranty, not max life to 200,000 plus miles. This got backed by a retired powertrain tech from big US builder, who said their inside long test showed better wear long-term with a bit heavier thicknesses. But efficiency rules forced thin oil picks. He said he runs 5W30 in his own rides post-warranty. Now for the check that can save you thousands down the road. For rides with 75,000 plus miles on 0W20 now, do this. Next oil swap, go to premium synthetic 5W30 with same or better specs. ILSAC, GF6, APISP, etc. After 1,500 to 2,000 miles, watch for changes in motor noise, specially startup oil pressure if shown motor temp in normal runs. Fuel economy shifts. Most high mileage owners report better running, especially less valve noise and steadier pressure. Gas hit, if any, usually tiny, worth it for better shield. Thanks for watching full. If this info helped, smash subscribe and bell to back the channel. Next vid, I'll spill the real deal on long oil changes and why 3,000 versus 10,000 mile fight skips the key thing hitting your motor life. Till then, make smart calls on your ride care from facts, not sales.